Good morning. Did you watch the parade? I'm just getting the link out, so if there's any newbies here and you ever have a hard time finding us, I do have a group in Messenger that I send the link out to, so I can always send that to you as well. You just have to message me. Debbie says, no, I didn't watch the parade. Well, I mean, I'm an ex-Southern California girl, so I have never missed the parade. I can safely say that. Never missed it. Hi, Susan. Hi, Dieta. Hi, Carol. Hi, Gretchen. Hi, Diana. Debbie, you crack me up, girlfriend. Hi, Peggy Sue. Hi, Judy. Hi, Valerie. Happy New Year. Yep. Hi, Joy. Yay, you made it. Oh, Debbie says she's watching snowflakes. That's all the better, actually. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Valerie. Happy New Year. I was in bed by 8 o'clock, and then, I was awake until 2 o'clock. I'm pretty punchy today. I'm probably going back to bed. It's ridiculous, my sleep patterns. Carol says I couldn't find it on the little motel TV. You're in a motel? Hi, Joy. Mele Kalikimaka, New Year's. I don't know what you say for New Year's in Hawaii, but there you go. Hi, Judy. Hi, Jenny. Daylin says no snow in Denver. Who'd I miss? Hi, Lita. Hi, Valerie. Diana had 0 sleep last night, so you win. All right. Should we get started? Because I have a lot of shameless plugging to do, and I know you guys want to get started on our new prompts, so maybe we should just start, even though I'm early. I'm yawning. I'm trying to be awake. I have my new sweater on that my honey bought me after Christmas at an after Christmas sale, but it's so warm. It's acrylic, and it's like a double, triple X, but Debbie says romper room attendance. I see Debbie and Mina and Joy and somebody in Tennessee, Amanda and Denise. Are you all being very good doobies today? Oh, Carol's in a very small town in Romney, West Virginia, wherever that is. Hi, Arlene. Okay, let's get started. So, it's time for shameless plugs. Oh, there are lots of newbies here, so let me just start with a little newbie thingy. So we normally meet, hi Isabel from Quebec. We normally meet at 8 a.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time, which is California time. So you'd have to look up what that is in your time if you want to be here live. Today was different. I lost my mom 3 years ago, and my mom, New Year's Day was like our Christmas. It was big. We would go to the Rose Parade. We would spend the night before at the Rose Parade. It's been 20 years since they've had rain at the Rose Parade. My dad always used to say, let it rain, let it be cloudy on New Year's Day, because we don't want anybody moving here to California. Now I'd say, come on to California. But we would spend New Year's Day having delicatessen food from the best Jewish delis in Los Angeles. My parents would pick it up. We would watch football. It was just a great, great day. So that's what we do on New Year's. We pretty much spend the day watching football and eating food. Although I have no good Jewish delis near me, so I have no good deli food. What is it today I'm making? I can't remember. I took something out from the freezer. Anyway, hi Julie, hi Shari, hi Joan. Happy New Year. Woo! All right, it's time for shameless plugs. So if you're a newbie, I gave you the time slot. It's normally 8 a.m. PST weekdays. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, no Saturday, no Sunday. If you are in need of watching the replay, That's on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, which is Lindsay Ostrom Creator of Cuteness. You can't miss it. So you should be able to catch those within a half hour of ending this show. Everything that I talk about today that I'm going to do shameless plugs for are available on my website, which is creatorofcuteness.com. So bookmark that and make sure you have it, because if you want to sign up for any of my classes, get collage elements, all that good stuff, that's where you'll need to go. So I did post this yesterday as a little New Year's gift for those of you guys that sign up for my classes. This has all of my classes, the dates and the times for the whole year. So if you're taking a class, you can highlight it like I did here, or make a check mark, or add it to your calendar, or whatever works for you. So I have all the dates and times for Journal Play Day. I have all the dates for the Empty Page class. I have all the dates for the So Much Cuteness class. And I don't have the dates for the Card Makers series, but I do have the Card Makers classes that are going to be coming. It just got hot. I got to take off my new sweater. I do have the titles of those classes, and we'll talk about them here momentarily. So that is available as a download here on this page in the files section. Okay. If you are interested in Card Makers series, this is the idea. You're going to get collage elements, which are what I call these things. These are collage elements that I sell on my website for $5. For $5, you get this artwork in color and in black and white. You can print it out as many times as you want to use it for whatever you want to use it for. And those are called collage elements. So I created a card class using these collage elements. And for Valentine's Day, you not only get this one, but you also get like a kid Valentine page that's kind of got these kid style type Valentines. Normally in the Card Maker series, you only get one. Hi, Suzette. Hi, Kathy. But this time around, you're going to get two because it's Valentine's Day, and I couldn't help myself. I had to make hearts. So this class is $7. It's a Facebook class. When you sign up for it, you'll get an invitation. When you sign up for any of my classes, you'll have to check your email, get an invitation. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Z. And in that invitation, it'll have a link to the Facebook group, and it'll have a password, like Scotty Waddy Doodah or something like that. It'll have a password, and then you'll have to go over to Facebook, put the password in, and then I'll go check and make sure you're legit and let you into class. So this one is going to have several videos making cards using the collage elements. That's how the Card Maker series works. There will be other Card Maker series as well during the year. There will be an all occasion one, a birthday one, and a thank you one. So you'll get all the artwork from me as well as recorded classes. Questions? If you have questions, just ask. The prices on that one is $7. I mean, geez Louise. Where else can you get a class for $7? Not too many places. The So Much Cuteness class is coming up next. And it is where I am going to be teaching a little bit of hand stitching as well as machine stitching. We're going to stitch some cute projects, as well as me teaching you how to do a little bit of beading with your stitching, a little bit of stitches with your stitching, some painting on fabric. We're going to do all of that stuff as well. We're going to make bits and bobs of fodder. We're going to make journal pouches, snippets, ruffles, all kinds of stuff. You sign up for 3 months at a time for this. Each class is every other month. So February, April, and June is the first series of 3. The second series of 3 is August, October, and December. If you didn't know I had a super bad year in 2025, I will not be having a bad year this year, but just in case, I put a notice on all my classes now that all class times and dates are subject to change. My husband was in the hospital for a long time. I was in the hospital. My mother-in-law was in the hospital. We lost my father-in-law, my daughter-in-law's mom, my aunt, and and my father-in-law. Did I say my father-in-law? I'm missing one person. Oh, and my daughter's dog, which was more horrific than anything. So that's why it's subject to change. That's the So Much Cuteness class. The next class that I'm shamelessly plugging is the Empty Page class. And the way that one's going to work is, let me bring my camera up. I seem to be a little bit low. Lita, it's not on the website yet for the Valentine's one. Oh yeah, my brother. Sorry. My brother doesn't count. Sorry. Oh, yes, and our dog, Charlie. Yes, we lost Charlie as well. I hated 2025. So this is the kind of stuff you're going to be doing in the Empty Page class. You're going to take a page and learn how to fill it. You know? It's going to be super fun. And you don't need to learn how to draw like me, because a lot of the art that you're going to be doing is going to be traceable art. And let me tell you how that works. Oh, that is heavy. That works like this. So for the first class, which is January 17th in the Empty Page class, you're going to get a sheet like this that gives you all the doodles that you're going to need to learn and the lettering styles that we're doing, because we're going to learn how to doodle. We're going to learn how to do lettering. We're going to learn what to do when you have no ideas to fill a journal page and you just want to sit down and do something and not have to think about it. You're going to get homework. So in each class, we're going to do a page or two of practice and warm up and that kind of stuff. And then you're going to get a page like this. You're going to get a traceable page, which is this one. And from this page, you're going to create this page. You're going to have 2 months to get it done. So it's nothing you have to do real fast. It should be a relaxing, joyful practice that you just sit down and work through and get done. And you'll be using transfer paper. We're going to talk about lots of different mediums. We're going to talk about lettering styles and doing quotes and layouts for your journals. So it's more of an actual working in your journal class than Journal Play Day, which is the next one I'm shamelessly plugging. We're almost done with shameless plugs, by the way, but Journal Play Day is the next one I'm shamelessly plugging, and it's Journal Play Day 20th quarter for Journal Play Day. That means we've had 20 sessions times 3 or 4. So approximately between 50 and 80 classes of Journal Play Day that I've taught so far, and you guys just keep wanting it, so I keep doing it. We make a simple journal monthly, and I will show you this one in a moment. We get 1 to 3 pieces of artwork from me monthly and or background paper. And you have an additional recorded class on creating a page or two, which I put up yesterday for the people that are in our January Journal Play Day. The way it works is for the January journal, we make that book in December. So we've already made it. That doesn't mean you can't sign up. You can, because they're recorded classes. So for the February book, we do it in January. For the March book, we make it in February. So let me show you this first. This was our January book that we created. All of the paper that you see here and these guys are all the artwork that I've provided. So we created a cover band in class. We made a tassel in class. And then we created our book, and I've been working in mine. So there are things in here that aren't maybe in yours, because I did this page. I did this. I did a tuck spot here. Live your best life. Because I've been just doing nothing for days. This was our bonus class. This great quote, which was by Neil Garman, I think his name is. I can't remember. But this was an extra printout that everybody got to create those pages. And then I did this page with a David Bowie quote. This page hasn't finished yet, obviously. I did this little girl, which I really like. It says, going into 2026 with a new attitude and a new outlook on life. I am. And this page, this says, magic isn't in a year. It's in a day, an hour, in a minute. Look forward to each new day every day. Gaiman, thank you. And then there's this lovely tracing paper page. And then I haven't finished anything else. Oh, I did do this one. This is by Angie Whelan Crosby. Winter knows to hush, still, listen, so the soul can speak. Isn't that cool? It's all silver. I love it. And that's as far as I got. But you can play in your journal all month long. You don't need me to play in your journal. I'm just there for ideas of what to do in your journal. So that's what Journal Play Day is. And this year I've made a different size journal. Normally our journal looks like this size. But you can do it whatever size you want because it's your book. It doesn't matter to me. It's your life. Do what makes you happy. Okay. So now we are to this point. We are to Junk Journal January, which is why you are all here, right? I started this a few years ago doing Junk Journal January, and I wish I knew the lady's name who started it originally. Somebody yesterday on Instagram said it was Megan Quinlan. I don't think that's right, but maybe it is. But the person who was doing the prompts for Junk Journal January this year is not doing them. So I decided to do our own because I love doing Junk Journal January. Last year, we created this book. My friend Rebecca Swayze taught us how to do everything in this book. So we used a book just like what we're using today, and we started, and I ended up doing it by color, which I have decided not to do this year. But it was super fun. There's lots of cut pages and flip pages and secret pages, you know. So that's what we're doing this time around, Junk Journal January. You can do it in colors if you want. I'm going more for the classic junk look, which is just browns and blacks. Oh, that's a fun page. Oh, look, a security envelope. Fun. But it's fun to look back on them, and then it's fun to put them away and look at them again next year. So let me put this away, because that was our junk journal last year. This was just a book from the thrift store that I bought for 99 cents. The same thrift store that I went to last year had books on sale this year. Excuse me, I walked away from the camera. Had books on sale this year that were 50 cents. So one of you guys, it was either Diana or Denise, told me to just recover the cover, which is my plan. We'll do that in a few minutes. I've got some fabric here. I'm going to we're going to glue stuff down on this cover, and then I'm going to sew on top of it later today. So I'm going to use this as my book cover, and then I'll probably take some fabric, again, not this one, because I'm going to use this on the cover. Oh, maybe, I don't know. And cover this part, because that's the only part of the book that has their writing. And there's a beautiful leaf embossed here on the cover, and I love the book. I don't even think somebody read it, called A Three Dog Life. It was a memoir by somebody. Diana says you get us confused. It was me. Yes, I do get you confused, Diana and Denise. I don't know why. So these are our prompts this year. So today is Thursday the 1st. We're making our junk journal from an old thrift store book. Friday, we're going to work on still getting the book ready. Okay? Then Monday, we start our prompts. So Monday will be a tuck spot. Tuesday will be junk mail, so save your junk mail. Wednesday is tickets and tags. Thursday is a note to self or postcard. And Friday is wishy-washy. So before we get started there, let me show you all of this. So I have just a little bucket here that I don't really like. I want a different one. Okay, now I'm much happier. I have these little baskets that I use for collage elements and stuff. So I have some old playing cards that I can use if I want. I try not to just take everything from my craft room and go crazy. I try to keep a little basket of stuff. I have some cards here, word cards. I have a bunch of ephemera from my friend Karen, which could be fun. I have a tassel. I have some fabric scraps, which is from Christmas, but that's okay. I have more fabric scraps here because I love that this says peace and harmony, and it says making it fun. So that might get used. I mean, I might not use this stuff, but you never know. I have some collage elements, which I have more of other places. I had dropped all my watercolors, so I tested all the colors to put them in the right place again. So I have this super cool little whatever it is. I have some tags with numbers, so for sure on the 3rd, the 10th, and the 6th, I'll probably use these tags. Some stickers. More stickers, which are word stickers. I have those. I have a jury summons because last year I was summoned for jury duty, and then, of course, they didn't pick me. And then I have this lovely paper that one of you guys sent me, and some doilies. Doilies are also fun. Coffee dyed paper. So try to get yourself a little basket or a bin or something that's not huge and keep it with you so you've got that stuff with you all the time. Next, I have trays like this, which are huge, that come out of my pull tray thing. And these are all my vintagey type papers. So I will be using these as well, right? Might just use that one right off the bat. Look at that. Then I have more vintagey type papers. I have so much vintage paper. And then I have black. So my colors right now for my book are going to be black and brown and vintagey kind of, you know. And I've got a splat mat here. I've got some washi tape in browns. I've got this gauze tape, which was my dad's in his medical bag. And I'm going to use that on my cover. Isn't it cool? You can buy gauze tape now, but it's white. You could tea dye it. Where's the white one? This is what I bought. And you could tea dye this, right? What's the question? Denise says, no. Oh, Jackie says, when are you starting the stitching class? It's in February. February. Okay, so since I don't want to do anything to this right now, and I do want to do my cover. Where's the cover, Lindsay? I'm just going to start putting stuff down and calling it a day. And for this, I kind of want strips of things. And I'm just going to tack it, you know. Jury duty would have been fun for me. They don't know what they were missing. I'm just going to tack this down, I think, because what I want to do is go to my sewing machine and stitch it down. That's for sure going there. This is the idea. I'm going to do strips. So I think I'm just going to start doing it. I also have, which they don't make anymore, unfortunately. You could use Mod Podge. You could use Gel Medium. I have Tracy Batista's Matte Finish Collage Podge. If anybody sees this anywhere from anybody still selling it, let me know. It's my favorite, I think, because it doesn't crack. It just makes me very happy. Is that a good brush? Yeah. I have a bad brush here. And I mean, I don't have to do it this much, but I am going to add this down. And I'm going to go all the way up to my spine. And I'm going to coat the top. And then when it dries, I'm going to, you know, I'm going to stitch it all and add some fabric scraps into it and some other stuff. Oh, it's got a weird finish on this cover, so I'm not sure this is going to work real well, but we'll see. I have this weird paper. And I just realized that I'm losing my torn edge already. So I need to be careful the way I tear it and the way I place it. Maybe I need to tear on both sides. Brenda says, this is such a great idea. I tossed the dust jacket last week thinking we would not use it. Yeah, just grab whatever. I mean, because it's the right size. When Diana said that, I was like, well, that's a perfect idea. That's the exact right size. You can even take glue and add water to it. To put yours down. A little white glue and water works well. I'm thinking I'm not going to worry too much about precise. This is a good page. Do you have any tips for stitching paper? Julie wants to know. My only tip for stitching paper is that when you put a new needle in your machine, that you only use it for paper. If you are somebody that stitches on fabric, do not use that needle for fabric. Because once it's like having a fabric scissors and a paper scissors, you know. Once you use that scissors for your fabric scissors, if you use it on paper, you've ruined your scissors. Make sense? It makes sense to me. Having worked in a craft supply store for 15 years, I can't tell you how many people ruin their scissors. But that kept us in business, so, you know. All right. I'm not going to worry about, like, see how it's wrinkling there? I'm not going to worry about that because I think that's going to add something fun to it. I watched about 5 million, no joke, junk journal videos yesterday because it's been a while since I've junk journaled. And one of the things they do when they're all done, they put tissue paper on the top. And I love that idea. I also love crumpling it up. These were my mom's columnar pads, so they kind of mean a lot to me. But I don't need all of that. Anyway, I'm not going to finish this whole thing. I'm just going to do one side of it, I promise, because otherwise I'll be here forever choosing the right papers, you know, and getting it done. Any other questions about the mechanics of putting this together? When we get to the book itself, you don't need all the pages that are in your book, you know. Oh, it's coming along really good. And I can add more stuff to the top of this. It's not done by any means, you know. Carol says, going to have breakfast with our son, then spending the day with them. Happy New Year, ladies! And we will all find peace and extra creativity this year. You are correct. This was from my brother when he died. I don't want to use that. This is some journal pages that I bought online somewhere. I really like these. The paper is so old, but I did pay some pretty good money for these journal pages. There's a place called Paper something on Instagram. Why can't I remember their name? Paper Seahorse, Paper something. And they have sales every now and then. The gal who owns it, or the guy, I don't even know if it's a gal or a guy, they go to thrift stores or vintage tag sales back east, and they buy stuff, and then they sell it. Like, she rips up this old ledger and sells 10 sheets for $10 or some crazy huge amount, you know? So that's where I got these ledger sheets. Why can't I remember the name of that company? I haven't bought anything from them for like a year. Well, anyway. This is just a brand new piece of paper. I could do this part. Maybe I should do that part. Do you think those will all glue down? I do. Yes, I do. Anyway, I love this book jacket idea. This was brilliant. Diana, have you ever been called brilliant? How about yesterday? Were you called brilliant yesterday? Because pretty brilliant. Oh yeah, I'm glad I kept those in. Those look cool. And you can kind of see the wording through here, and that does not bother me at all. I'm going to get one more piece of paper, and then we're going to let that dry for a while. This is a good one. Diana says, sometimes I have crazy ideas. Well, that was a keeper. We'll keep it, and we'll keep you, Diana. This book normally costs $22 for some person's memoir, though we don't know who she is or he is. And look, it didn't cover all the way. Can you see right there? The book page is showing through, and that's okay by me. All right. So here's the only thing I wanted to show you before I got done, if I can find it, where I put it. Dear tissue paper, where did you go? Hang on. Oh, here. So some of my favorite things to decoupage down is napkins and tissue paper. So I will just take some of this white and crumple it up. This is just plain old white packing tissue, you know. And we're just going to add it in somewhere, it doesn't matter where, and crumple it up. And when it dries, you're going to have some crumpled up-y texture to it. You know? Make sense? I'll show you. But make sure you get your Collage Podge in, or your gel medium or whatever, underneath everything. You can use your fingers to kind of push it down. All right, can you see that? Barely, I hope. Super cool, right? This stuff too, which is my mom's old sewing patterns. We're gonna put that in there, in here somewhere. And I mean, again, I'll add more stuff later. I don't think I want it curved like this. I just want a little bit of it. And it can go flat, or you could add the texture. You see where that's added in there? One more. I got this stuff from somebody, and I love this part. I don't want to lose this alphabet, so I'm going to try to crease it. This was in a gift somebody gave me. Let's go here. I think it's too dark. It'll go on the back page though, but we'll put in a little bit of it. And we'll crumple this. Crumple Stiltskin. I think we'll go over this green here. And again, it doesn't have to be glued down all the way, you know, because I'm going to stitch on top of this with my sewing machine. Palma says use the part that says 6-7. Okay, teacher. My daughter is so done with that, by the way. She's ready to murder her children. Her school children, not her. She doesn't have any real children, just school children who can't leave it alone. All right. So I think I'll let this dry, and then I'll finish that back cover part. So I just did strips. You could do squares, you could do circles. I could add, well, maybe let me add a circle here while we're talking about circles, because I love circles. Find something, maybe black, kind of like this piece. I love to cut circles. And I never cut them perfectly. Like, don't use a die cut machine because this is all supposed to be organic. And then I'm just going to cut into it and cut a ring. And I'm just going to add that in here. I don't know why. It just seemed like fun to me. If I wanted to, I don't have a stamp pad here, but let me try this. Oh, I do have a stamp pad. Let's try this. I don't like getting my fingers dirty, but we'll add just some stamp padding into the, you know, decoupage solution as it dries. I also have this cool tape. I mean, take out all the stops. Get out whatever you got. This is from back in the scrapbooking days. Has numbers on it. We'll put it there. I also wanted a little bit of this. I don't want much. So we'll add this in right there, I think. I could go the other direction, but I kind of have a linear, oh, this isn't going to stick real well. So that'll get better when I stitch it down. So now I've got some more texture. Okay. Let's just put this in and use up. This bottle has so little left in it. We'll just crumple that and add that in. That's on the inside cover anyway. And we'll crumple this up and add that in. And you can just keep layering forever. So that's why I want to get started on the book, because otherwise I'm just going to sit here and continue to play, which is what I'm doing. It's just playing, and it's fun. Okay, so there's how my cover is going so far. I could add in just a bit. This is fabric washi tape that's made out of fabric. I could add this in. It's not dry, so it may just peel up. I don't know. And this is more like packing tape, washi tape. We'll add this in. Might need glue, but just going to bend it under. That one feels like it has no glue attached to it. But that'll be fun to stamp on or add a word or something too. All right, so there's my cover. I didn't put a lot of thought into it. I didn't spend a lot of time. And it just makes me happy. I'm going to add this piece because it's sitting here. This is my favorite washi tape of all times. It's Julia Roberts' dress from Pretty Woman. You know, if you know Pretty Woman. Okay, so I have to finish this side. Then I'm thinking I'm going to tea dye this or coffee dye this, or maybe I could just, let me try this really quick before we get to our book so I can see if it'll work. Washing out my Collage Podge out of this old brush. And I'm just going to take brown. Oh yeah, brown's going to work just nicely. Can you see what's happening? It's just dyeing this white a little bit. So do you see when you have a white imprint on your fabric? If you are getting fabric from the thrift store or from wherever, you can add color to it by using watercolor, because we're not going to wash this, so it doesn't matter. I may just do that. I may not add any more. It doesn't matter that it's watercolor. I will heat set this just so it doesn't run on anything, but I don't think it will. So that's my cover. Any questions? Now this, I'm thinking I'm going to doodle all over this. I'm going to take this upstairs and doodle all over it. So that's what's going to happen with this one, with the book itself. So I want to move some of this. And what all's happening, just so you guys know, is this is becoming really stiff. I don't think I want that back there. My book cover is going to be really nice and sturdy because of the decoupage medium, right? And I could put something there. I could paint on that. I could put paper on it. I don't know yet. I don't want to get that far yet. Okay, so that's the beginning of my cover. Oh, I could put this on the inside cover. Did anybody go to Hallmark this season and get one of these bags? Keep your heart brave and your imagination wild. And then on the back side, it has these lovely scallops. And this would be cool on there, just that part. Okay, so let's talk our book. Let me just clean up my desk here and regroup for a second. And he said, my friend came to visit me and saw all my craft stuff and told their psychiatrist that I was a hoarder. Obviously does not understand people who create and collect things for junk and stuff. Let's just take a quick break. I'm just going to show you my craft room. This is what I'm working with right now. This is the hoard that is down by my chair, and that's my book cover and my Hallmark bags. But then that's just one of my cupboards. And in the white drawers here is papers. Underneath there is paper, watercolors, colored pencils, tags, junk. There's my sewing machine. In these drawers are threads. In these drawers are ATC cards, fabric flowers, some artwork that I've done before, spools. And then you get down to, here are the drawers that I just showed you. Those are the drawers I took out of there. I have journals that I've created there. This bookshelf is all full of journals. Full of journals up to there. And then you go up here, and those are all journals from Journal Playday. Oh, my thumb. Those are all journals. Second shelf is journals. Third shelf is hoard. Fabric ribbons. Punches. I mean, it's an organized hoard. Paint. And then these drawers are all full of paints and ribbons, envelopes and things. And then I have, let me back up if I can. I have a cart next to me with stuff that I use all the time. It's always a mess. My washi tape is always on my desk. Pens, more washi tape. My computer where I can see what I'm doing with you guys. So there we have that. There's our quick little break. Tour. All right. Yeah, tell your friend you don't need that kind of negativity. Oh, and I have these. Let me show you. They're not all from Cindy Adams, but since I saw Cindy Adams' name there, Cindy Adams sends me the most beautiful stitched postcards. And Cindy, I know you don't think I keep them all, but I do. And I keep thinking maybe on one of these journals I will use them. Look at that one. It says you're groovy. Oh, there's my needle felting book. This is a cuff that somebody made me. Told me I needed to start wearing these during my live shows so that when you see my hand, you just see the cuff. There's a cute bunny. This was for National Letter Writing Month. Look at this beautiful tree she stitched me. And she mails these as postcards. Be kind. This one says tits. Does it say tits? No, bits and pieces. Okay, well, I was hopeful. Look at that cute heart. Oh, that might have to go. That one's pretty. Mahalo from Hawaii. A beautiful flag. Look at that. Does it have a pocket? Oh, no, but she used a flag on the back side. Well, well, well. Okay, so let's get to this. So I bet you're all wondering, since we have only, let's count how many pages. This is where math comes in, and I do not do that well. Oh, Joan wants to know, does she send them through the mail? She puts them in a see-through envelope so you can see the address on the back. And the stamp is on the see-through cellophane envelope part. Right? All right, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there's 20 prompts. And if I want to do them like a full page spread, I'm going to need 20, but I want some extras. So I'm going to go 30. And if I need a calculator. If I have 182 pages divided by 30. Oh my God. There's no possible way. I'm just going to guess. So we're going to just start it dividing. 1, 2. So this would be 1 like that, right? I'm going to get paper clips. That's 1 page. This would be like a title page or something. So that's 160, Diana says. Thank God there's a math teacher here. 2. So that's 1, 2. I'm just grabbing a bunch. 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6? No, it's not. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I see what you're saying. 6, 5, 6. It's 6 pages per thing. Is that what you're telling me? Okay. You guys do your math for your book. I'm going to go with 6 pages. Laura, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that couldn't have been any more perfect. This is what I did last time, and it worked out really well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I mess up, I mess up. It's okay. Because I can always add flaps. I can always do something. 2, 3. Okay, I don't have to do the whole book today. We can finish it tomorrow. So, what you want to do, or what I like to do, is I like to take a Post-it note, which hopefully I can find here, or something. There we go, Post-it notes. I'm going to cut them in half, because I don't need to waste that much. So this is going to be like a title. And I just go through and I put my Post-it notes here to get ready. Okay. This is going to be a tuck spot. And it is the 5th. And it's a tuck spot. So that's what we're doing Monday. Then the next page is, and I guess I could write in the book. I don't need Post-it note. This is the 6th, and it's junk mail. Because we're just, junking this book up. This is the 7th, and it's tickets and tags. And this way, I can go start looking for stuff in my craft space and put it in the book here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the 7th. The 8th is note to self or a postcard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And like I said, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, because we can always add more in. Yeah, I want to do a double page spread, Laura. Does that make sense? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll make sure this works before I do the whole book. This is what page? This is the 9th. And this is wishy-washy. I like this better. Writing in the book makes me very happy, making a mess in my book. All right. So what you want to do is you want to glue these pages together, or or you can cut out several of them. So if you want just this page and this page, I can take these two out. Here's what you have to think about before you do this. This is why my friend Rebecca last year did the entire book ahead of time. I do not do that. I wait and do each page as I go because I want to make sure that I don't want to cut this to make a pocket, or I want to fold this, or I want to make it flap. You know what I mean? So let's just start with the title page. Just doing some asemic writing with a pencil. All right, so what I wrote there, in case you can't read it, which you can't, this is the title page of Lindsay's Junk Journal January book. So there, I've started my first page. So I think what I want to do for my title page, I don't want to do anything with this page because I want to have this one and this one work for my tuck spot. So, but I'm thinking for this one, I think I'm going to tear these pages or tear this page. I mean, I don't have any idea what I'm doing. It's just kind of fun to figure it out. And I can put this one right here. Linda says, what was the name of your book? I don't know. A Three Dog Life by Abigail Thomas. Not Three Dog Night. Three Dog Life. You can use glue stick. I don't like glue stick. I'm using Fabrifix. You can use double-sided tape, but to me that takes too long. Just as long as it's a good paper glue. There are some white glues that are good for papering. So I think I'm going to glue this to this. I just kind of play as I go. I have no rhyme or reason. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet, but that's what I want to do. And instead of cutting these out, I can just glue all these together. Or, so this is a pocket now. Hold tight. I want to cover up that title there. So we're going to glue this down. Does anybody think I'm crazy and don't have any idea what I'm trying to do here? There is no trying to do here. There's whatever works for you. Do what works for you with your book, but this is what I'm doing with mine. So this isn't really like a class. It's more like a let's all play together in our books. And maybe like Diana had that idea for the using the book jacket, maybe you'll have an idea and you can shout it out at me and I will do it in the book. You know? That would be super cool. I would appreciate that because then I have more ideas to use in my book. Did I already say I don't know what I'm doing? Because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, well, I'm not going to spend a lot of time decorating this page right now. I'm going to do that later. So I'm just going to glue these together. So you can cut them out using a self-healing mat. We'll cut some, but for the title page, for the first couple pages, I'm going to glue. And I just put them back down like that and glue them together. So that's my first set of pages. And I got 6 here because I'm trusting you mathematicians out there that told me 6. Well, look at, I cut this little piece. I can't leave it just sitting there. It has to go on here. It cannot be trash. And these cannot be trash. They have to go on here somewhere. I threw some trash away and I'm like, no. But really, I wasn't planning on decorating this page today. That's cool. The other thing with junk journals is I try not to cut. I try to tear. I don't want that one. What other trash is in here that we just used? Not much. This piece. Okay, but I don't know what else I'm doing yet. Hi, Marilyn. From Utah. Oh, wait, I was gluing the pages together. I keep forgetting what I'm doing. So I'm going 2 more pages. But this says, Australian Aborigines slept with their dogs for warmth on cold nights, the coldest being a 3-dog night. I might need that page. So what I could do is I've got a self-healing mat here, and I don't know if I have a good cutter or not. It'll cut it well enough to pull it out of the book. I got to keep that page. That's too cool. Okay, so then we're going to glue this one together. I don't care what this says. This is her dedication page. I don't know her people, so... But I think that other page will pay homage to the book. So now I've got my first title page here. I think what will happen is it's a good spot for our prompts. Although it's going to bug me that they are not black and white. So I'm going to fold it a different way. That's all right. Okay. Do you guys see what's happening now? Do you see how it's beginning? Oh, let's use this. I'm going to cut this off and not have he was an extraordinary talker, but just an extraordinary talker. I like that. What else do I have here? What else can I use right off the bat? Ooh, I love this. Do you see that everything I've pulled kind of has the brown tones in it? Browns and black tones. And I think we'll add some watercolor to it, and then I'm going to be done with this page. Oh, don't fall. Watercolor. You can use watercolors, you could use stamp pad ink, you could use whatever you have that you want to use. I like that a lot. And that. Jackie says, I'm cracking up as you are seeing something else and using it. But that's what junk journaling is all about. Oh, 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 oh. These are from my watercolors that were made for us. That's going to be super cool. It says glisten. That's why I tell you to put just a few things in front of you. Choose your color palette. If you're going to use 3 colors, use 3 colors. If you're going to do rainbow, use rainbow. If you're going to use 2 colors, use 2 colors. You know? Hi, Wendy. Hi, Carol. Happy New Year. This is going to go on this side. I'm going to put some glue. Right now, my book is very clean, but it won't stay that way. Oh, but that looks cool right there, right? Right? Oh, look, I have a tassel. I could punch a hole and put a tassel. No. What else do I have over here? Oh, I love that, but I think that might have to go here. What are these things? No, they're too cutesy. Okay, well, I think I should be done. Not. That's burgundy, but whatever. Should I be done? I do not know. I do not know. I kind of like it just like that, but I cannot be done. Oh, that's cool. Squirrel. Do you guys have any questions? I think I'm going to finish my cover so I can stitch it. So we've gone about an hour. That's normally what we do here is an hour. So I don't think I'm going to do anything else here. I'm going to turn the camera off and finish my cover. I'm going to go over to the sewing machine and stitch it. Then decide if I want any hand stitching anywhere. That's what this needs, hand stitching. The crinkly, the better. Okay, I kind of love that. Let's do some quick hand stitching. Oh man, that's a hard punch through all of those pages. Maybe this is more, it's stuck lacing than stitching. Okay. I kind of like it just like that. I get so excited when I do this stuff because it's all whatever you want to do. Okay. Hi, Tammy from Oklahoma. I love that you guys come on and tell us where you're from. The girls who have been in this group for the past, since we started this, since the pandemic, they don't care. They just come on here. They're just here. We're like family. All right, let's see if I can do this with a little bit of this fabric tape. No, this tape. Never gonna stick. Okay, well that's cool. Anyway, that's pretty much what we're doing here. Every day it'll be something different. So on Monday, we'll be doing tuck spots. Tomorrow I'll probably do the inside of this, or maybe we'll doodle our cover. I just don't know yet. It's too soon to tell. But that does look super cool, laced up the side. It needed a little bit more texture, you know? I'm going to lace this back through and tie a knot, hopefully. And another knot, because I don't want it coming out. Oh, but I do think there's one more thing I might need on this page right now. Is that a tight knot? Doesn't look very tight. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. It doesn't look like a knot. That's a knot. I think that's a good knot. So I might leave this long because I think I might add some beads to it. I'm going to leave out my washi tapes because those might carry themselves through this book. But yeah, I think beads would be cool on this. We might have to make paper beads tomorrow because I think paper beads would be super fun. So here's another one of Karen's stickers. Yes, let's use this butterfly. Halfway in and out. Those are kind of cool. They're see-through from China or somewhere. My friend Karen loves her stickers. All right, so we've got that little tab there. Here's my prompts. I really want this to fold smaller. I want it to tuck away. This is kind of a tuck spot. Okay, that works. And I do think I'm going to add some beads to this strand that's hanging down here. So that's it for today. I've got to finish my cover. I don't want to be upstairs where my husband is because he's sick. So I'll stay down here and get that finished. Let's look at it. Oops, it slid. I definitely think I need something else there. We're going to tear off our cover bits. This one's not going to tear because it has a piece of Scotch tape. So let's start here. But I gotta cut that tape. It's kind of a drag. Already broke my rule of no scissors. All right, so this is not sticking, but that's okay. I can make it stick somehow with the sewing machine. So there's my cover. If you don't have one of these mats, you should get one. I don't know what it's called. Silpat mat, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, if you want to get one, they're great to have for not messing up your desk. This is going to go here. We've already decided that. I love that. And it's going to require a lot of sewing. All right, well, welcome newbies. I hope that was fun for you. It's just going to get better every time we add something to the book, but look how cool that looks from that side. It's pretty cool. Somebody said, Sharon, you're so smart. Sharon said if you want to leave the prompt list in the journal, print one in black and white to use there. Gosh, you're smart. Yeah, I do. All right. So you can already see my book is going to become very puffy, and that never, ever bothers me, especially with junk journaling. It's going to get full really fast. Okay? What's our prompt tomorrow? Oh, we're working in our book. So tomorrow we're going to keep working on the book a little bit more. We might finish this page, or maybe we'll do something here. But you get the idea, right? So you can prep your book. If you didn't buy a journal, then now you know what it is we're doing here. So that's awesome. And yeah, don't forget to tip your waiter. I'm just kidding. There's no waiters here. Have a really good day, everybody. And I'll see you back here tomorrow at our regular time, which is 8 a.m. Okay? Love you guys. Okay, bye.